So how do we teach passive income for kids? Well, and what the heck is passive income? How about I first answer that last question, and then I'll show you some ways that you can teach your child how to create passive income, which will then help them have financial freedom, financial security for life. Okay, sounds good? All right, then let's get started. Hi, I'm Amanda van der Gulik. Welcome back. If you're new here, make sure that you have watched the other videos in this Financial Literacy for Kids series. I'll leave a link to the playlist up here for you because we went through every single aspect, from figuring out whether or not to give your child an allowance to fun ways that your kids can make their own money, how to manage that money so that they don't have to spend the rest of their lives working hard for money, and also some really fun ways to teach financial literacy for kids to your children so that the lessons last for a lifetime. So do check that out if you haven't yet so far. And if you have, then congratulations. You should be so proud of yourself for having gone through all of these videos to really empower your child with solid financial literacy skills. All right, so what is passive income? Passive income is income that you do the work one time for, and then you get paid for it over and over and over again. Now, it's called passive income because, well, just like this lady over here, sitting back on the beach, reading her book, and the money is coming in while she is relaxing and enjoying the sunshine and doesn't need to stress because she first spent the time needed to set up the income so that it would continue to come in while she was not having to work anymore. So that's what passive income is. And I'll give you some examples to make it a little more clear for you as well. But I wanted you to understand the concept so that you can teach this concept to your child, where you do the work one time to get paid over and over and over again. Now, there is a caveat because it's not like you never do work. But what you're going to do is set it up in such a way so that all the work you ever need to do is very minimal compared to the amount of return that you're getting, okay? So yeah, if somebody promises you like 100% passive income, don't trust it. There is always going to be some sort of managing or monitoring, but it's very minimal and it's exciting. It allows you to leverage your time. We talked about leverage in this video over here. If you didn't get a chance to watch that yet, then pause this video right now and go watch that and then come back and then just start again here. So a couple of examples of how to create passive income. Now, your child will be very familiar with their favorite movie of all time. Well, the characters in that movie are obviously actors or actresses playing out those characters. They do that work one time. They make the film one time. Now, it can take weeks. It can literally take years to create a film. But after that film is made, then they don't need to do any more work on that film anymore. But they get to earn a royalty on that going forward and then like forever kind of thing. So the idea here is that they act out the movie one time and then they get paid royalties on that effort over and over and over again. Every time somebody buys the film, every time it is played on a certain television program, every time that it gets watched over and over again, they earn a small royalty on it. And that's what we want to have your child understand of doing something that's really fun, right? Like if you're going to do work anyway, it may as well be work that you're really excited about, that you really enjoy and have a passion for. And that's why I like using movies as an example, because the actors and the actresses, they love what they're doing. It's like playing all day long. And I'm not saying playing derogatory as in it's not difficult. Acting is very difficult. I know, I'm an actress. I know how much work goes into it. What I'm saying is that it takes time to create this effort, but it's fun time. It's time that you really enjoy doing. And that's why also if we go back to the how to make money for kids video that we did here, we got some fun ideas of ways that kids can make money doing things that they love, using their natural talents and passions. So another example of this would be a recording artist, right? What is your child's favorite singer? Who is this person? What is their favorite song? Every time somebody buys an album or buys a record, I know, old fashioned, right? Records. Anyway, every time somebody downloads their song, right? They earn a royalty on that going forward. So again, they spend the time to create the song, to sing the song, record the song, put the album together, promote it, and then every time somebody buys that song, or even if it's played on the radio, it gets paid for, and they earn a small royalty on that. Again, they're doing something they love, they're doing it one time, and then they're getting paid for it over and over and over again. Another example of this, I'm going to actually show you an example that my daughter did. Hang on. All right, so this is a book that my daughter wrote, and this was to remember our dog Candy, which is obviously why it's called Remembering Candy. Our dog passed away, unfortunately, at 10 years old, and we had a special celebration day to remember her by, because as you can imagine, Xanthi and Quinn, my children, were very disheartened that their puppy dog had passed away. And so to kind of lighten up the mood and to help them through the grieving process, their father and I, we sat down and we started coming up with all the fun activities and adventures and silly things that Candy used to do, to the point where we started laughing and giggling, just having a positive remembering day for Candy. And then I decided, why not? Let's just go and bake some cupcakes, because when she passed away, it was really close to her birthday. And so I said, well, why don't we bake a cupcake for Candy to celebrate her 10th birthday? And instead of singing happy birthday, we sang I love you, Candy, to the tune of happy birthday, which is ridiculously difficult to do, by the way. I swear, give it a try. It's like, it boggles your mind. But beside the point, my daughter then had this lovely idea, because she found that it helped her so much with coping with the loss of Candy. She really wanted to help other kids. And we had a family goal we were working towards, and she was trying to come up with ways that she could make some money as well for this family goal that we were working on, which I talk about more in the playlist, like in this series. So if you didn't hear that story, then do go back and watch that, because it's a really valuable lesson. But she decided to create this book to help other kids cope with the loss of their pets. And in the book, we wrote down all the different fun things that we remembered about her, and we had the whole family coloring. In my other video, you'll find out why we all ended up coloring. But anyway, the point is, she created this book one time, and now it's self-published on Amazon. And so every time somebody buys this book, my daughter earns money on it. And that's important. It gave her that lesson of creating something that for her was maybe not fun, but it was personal. It meant something to her. I mean, it was fun to color, obviously, and to think of the fun stories, but the concept, obviously, of our doggy passing away was not fun. But it gave her something that meant something to her, that she enjoyed doing, because she knew she was going to help other kids. And she did that work one time, and now it just sells on autopilot by itself, so she doesn't have to do anything to make it sell. I mean, obviously she can still market and sell. I mean, there's still, like I said, there's still stuff you can do to increase and to grow and to continue, but the idea is that you do the work one time and then you get paid for it over and over again. And there are so many different ways of doing this. Now, I have used the arts as examples, right? Movies, songs, books. What about something completely not art related? What about buying a house and renting it out, and then the renters pay rent every single month, which then pays for the house and all the upkeep, and it also generates a profit, so that you would be buying the house one time, which would take all the effort, and then you would just manage that house. Or if you're really clever, you'd get a property manager and you pay them a small portion. It'll save you getting up in the middle of the night fixing toilets. Trust me on that. And then you earn passive income that way. So it's creating fun ideas of finding out ways that you could create something one time and get paid for it over and over and over again. And this is a particular passion of mine, because as you can hear, my lungs are starting to get really tired, and I'm starting to sound quite breathy. In 2016, I ended up in a coma with a very, very small percentage of opportunity for me to actually come out of the coma. I had double lung pneumonia, and I progressed into acute respiratory distress syndrome, which means my lungs gave up on me. And I actually ended up staying in a coma for 3 weeks. And when I woke up, I couldn't do anything. Like I literally couldn't do anything. I couldn't speak, I couldn't drink, I couldn't eat, I couldn't move, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. And it took a long time to start learning how to do those things. Now, I was able to start speaking and learned how to drink and eat and all those, luckily within a short time, but learning how to regain my strength and to walk and to just to live a normal life again, it took months, and as you can hear, is something I still deal with on a daily basis. And so when I woke up from that coma, and after months of rehab and getting stronger, I went back on my computer and I noticed that I had actually been earning passive income while I was fighting for my life in a coma. Like, how incredible is that? And when I saw that, and it wasn't much, it wasn't enough to cover the bills, and we were struggling because I could no longer work. But it gave me hope, because it meant all I needed to do was build more of those things until it was enough to start paying for our utilities, to start paying for all of our bills, and then to get to the point of paying for extra things and fun things and vacations and freedom, right? It was just a numbers game. And so I built this huge passion inside of me, and I knew I had to share this with you, because you deserve to know how to set things up, and you deserve for your child to know how to set things up so that they always create passive income for you, so that no matter what life throws your way, whether it's throwing you into a coma, which I really, really hope never happens for you or anyone close to you. But thankfully I made it through, and I am so grateful for the experience, because it made me so much more passionate to share this with you. So I hope you found that really valuable. Sit down with your child and see what fun ideas they come up with, things that they could do one time and they could get paid for over and over and over again. There are so many, especially with the online world right now. In the video where we talked about ways for kids to make money online, and also the one for teenagers, go and have a look at those, because I put some really fun ideas of ways that they could create something online using their natural talents and passions to create passive income for themselves. If you enjoyed this, please do give me a like. It helps the algorithm know that you enjoyed this and you found it valuable, and that helps it show it to more families who also want to raise money smart kids. And I really appreciate that, because I'm on a mission to empower 1,000 families around the world with solid financial literacy for kids, and I appreciate you helping me with that. Now, I have a question for you, and that is, what is the biggest challenge that you have had when it comes to teaching your kids about money? Leave me a comment below, because I read the comments and I can't wait to get started on that conversation and see where I can help you. Plus, I am so excited. You are at the best place right now possible when it comes to teaching your kids about money, because take a look at the Clever Dough Kids Academy below. I put years of my passion, my heart, my experience into that program. My own children were my guinea pigs. I use storytelling and fun games and activities that are personal. I make it personal for your child, so they really want to learn about money and they want to become a money master. So go and check out the Clever Dough Kids Academy. Again, I always say, when you're looking for a good, solid financial literacy program for kids, make sure that the person teaching your child really has a vested interest in your child succeeding. So I recommend they be a parent, so that they treat your child like their child. I also recommend that they use storytelling, the best tried and tested way of teaching anybody anything since humanity began, and to make it fun and personal and really get your child motivated. I hope you have found this series really helpful. Check out this playlist of case studies of my students who have gone through my Teaching Children About Money 2.0 course, which is part of the Clever Dough Kids Academy, and how they have achieved success. You know, Kubi, he actually has a business selling garbage. I know, right? He makes money from garbage. It's incredible. And Ruby Rose, who created a business selling paper airplane instruction books. It's so cool. And of course, she's grown up now and she's created other businesses as well. Plus, of course, my own children are great examples, so you can see them in there as well. I have had such a pleasure doing this with you. Don't wait. Your child's financial literacy education is so important. It means their financial security. It means their financial freedom for life, and they can teach you something too. By going through the Clever Dough Kids Academy, you get to learn all of this too. And because you have gone through this program with me, I actually have a special opportunity for you to get a crazy discount off of the full Clever Dough Kids Academy course. So do check that out. that will only be available for a limited time because I will be moving my entire course over to a new platform, and I'm not sure that I can keep that price available for you. So if you're interested, do that right now. So again, I am so excited for you. I can't wait to see what your child does. I can't wait for your child to be my next case study. That is a great win-win-win, because then your child will also receive free promotion from me towards their business. So I'm so excited for your child. I can't wait. So I'll see you in the Clever Dough Kids Academy, and let's get started.